Good evening, everyone. My name is Alyssa Hernandez, and I'm very excited to be announcing my candidacy for 2024-2025 SHPE-UH President. This past year, I had the honor of serving as your Vice President External. In this role, I was able to communicate our value with various professionals and alumni from over 30 companies, securing thousands of dollars in corporate sponsorship for our organization. In this role as Vice President External, it was my job to help companies see the value and worth of SHPE-UH. I think a lot of people might think that the value and worth of SHPE-UH is derived simply from our membership size or from our major distribution, and those are great things, but ultimately what I always talked about in company meetings was our members. I would talk about every victory that you guys had, so any little victory you had that you thought went unnoticed, I promise I talked about it in a company meeting. I talked about how you guys are some of the most driven, hardworking people that I know, and how you guys are continuously trying to become better versions of yourself, and it's just inspiring to be around. Whenever I would talk in this way, companies would quickly realize that SHPE-UH was a place that they wanted to invest in, and our members are people that they want to hire. I would like to continue as president to build upon this foundation that I've laid and work with our next Vice President External to increase the amount of companies that we work with. One of our members, he's not here right now, but his name is Hugo Gonzalez. He once said that it's not luck, it's skill. Well, I would like to take that a step further and say that luck is where skill and opportunity meet. So I would like to give our members every opportunity they have to showcase their skills and get their dream jobs. Additionally, as president, I'd like to impact the Hispanic community beyond our SHPE-UH chapter by hosting cross-collaborative events like sub-regional retreats and socials in order for our members to grow their network. And so when they go to national convention, they will see a lot of familiar faces that they've seen both regionally and locally, and help them to feel more comfortable and confident knowing that they're surrounded by a familia. Also, in collaboration with other chapters, I would like to host more SHPE Junior events. So before I was Vice President External, I was SHPE Junior Chair. I'm very passionate about giving back to the community and showing the next generation of STEM students that it is possible for them to become highly valued and influential in the world of engineering. I'd like to host a large Dia de Ciencias event in collaboration with various chapters from around the Houston area in order to reach a broader K-12 audience. I'd also like to ensure that every member feels seen and valued here at SHPE-UH. I would like to do this by having more opportunities for member spotlights on our social media platforms, and beyond having recognition for our most active members, allowing members at general meetings to have a slide showcasing the things that maybe they have accomplished throughout the semester or the summers. I think this gives an opportunity for our students to see what other people are doing and learn who to talk to based on what goals they have, and also it gives our company sponsors the opportunity to see the impact that they are making and the work that we are doing here at SHPE-UH. Lastly, I want you guys to know that I'm not running for president just because I want to add a bullet point to my resume or because I think it holds a lot of influence. I'm running for president because I love SHPE-UH. It has genuinely changed my life, as cliche as it sounds. I remember when I first moved from Corpus Christi to Houston, I was really lonely, I was scared, I didn't know what I was doing, and I wanted to move home a lot of times. But I met a member, I met Irlanda Vega, and she took me to my first SHPE meeting. And from there, I just continued to meet more and more SHPE people and build my SHPE familia. And in any moments that I felt low or scared or discouraged, it was always my SHPE familia that raised me up and reminded me that I am capable and that I can continue to pursue my dreams. So I want to thank all of you guys so much for being here, and thank you just for being a part of SHPE-UH and positively impacting my life. I hope to continue that legacy, and I hope to have your support as I run for president. Thank you very much.
Very nice speech. I'll kick it off with the first question. The needs of the membership change every year, and this can sometimes change the plans that we have and the ideas that we originally had. How will you assess the chapter when you first get in and use that to identify the chapter's needs? How will you use these learnings to shape the year?
Sure. So firstly, a motto that I live by is reflect, adapt, and execute. It's something that I do on a daily basis. It's just looking at what's going on now, right? So doing that reflection. thinking about what's working, what's not working, really listening to members, listening to my team, and hearing what they think we can improve on. From there, making the necessary adaptations, thinking of the way that we can implement new things, and thinking of how we want to structure that and streamline it. And then ultimately executing it. Just continuing to move forward and keep going forward, even if maybe it's not originally the plan that we wanted to go with, getting up very quickly and doing reflect, adapt, and execute, and just continuing to move forward in order to have the best impact and benefit to our members.
Hi, Alyssa. Awesome speech. As president, you're going to be working with 7 e-board members and however many chairs you determine. And each chair and e-board have their own distinct personalities and way of handling stuff, and that usually causes conflict. What is your plan to try to minimize as much conflict as possible? And if conflict does arise, what's your plan to cease conflict as soon as possible?
Thank you. Well, we have 8 e-board now, but I think that what I would do, just learning in like this past semester and this past year, what I've learned is that I think ultimately what it comes down to is reminding people of why they joined SHPE in the first place. Reminding these people everybody's running right now for a reason. It's not easy to come up here and to talk and to prepare your speech. It takes a lot of courage, and somebody that wanted a position, they had to have the heart for it. So I would first start by reminding my team like what it's all about and encouraging them to talk to members and just remember that impact that SHPE originally had for them. And then in order to, if conflict does arise, we're all human, and I think that I would just talk to my team and just figure out the best way to make them feel comfortable and to make them feel safe and to allow them to have the space to feel like their concerns are valued and heard. And I would also leverage our chapter advisor and other resources like that in order to make sure that there's no like bias or everybody feels like heard and seen and yeah.
Thank you, Alyssa. So as president, you will have to be in meetings at a national, at a regional level with other amazing chapters. How are you, as president of SHPE-UH, going to make sure that SHPE-UH is heard and recognized for their amazing achievements at these huge meetings?
Sure. I think something that I learned in my time as vice president external is that in order to really like showcase and show off the things that we are doing well here at the University of Houston is to really believe in the mission and the vision of SHPE and to believe in our members. So I think for me, it just comes down to continuously wanting to showcase the skill of our members. And to do that, I would just, I don't know, I would just brag about you guys. I don't know how else to say it really, because I think that, here at UH, we have something that no other chapter has, and that's this sense of wanting to help each other. Like no competition, just wanting everybody to excel and be better. And I think that that's something that a lot of universities look towards for us already. So I would just continue to, maintain positive relationships on the national, regional with other presidents and other executive boards to showcase our skill and consistently brag on all of the achievements of our members.
Thank you.
So, piggyback off of Andrea, looking at a national level for SHPE-UH. When I was a student, I would hear about the University of Houston winning the Outstanding Chapter Award. And I thought that was very cool. That brings a lot of exposure to our members at national convention. So for you, and as future president, what do you think it takes for the chapter to be recognized at a national level?
I think for one, making sure that our NCP and our CMT are looking great, and in order to do that, making sure that we have a set way that we're going to analyze and evaluate our chapter. So right now, the way our CMT is devised is by our five different pillars. So if elected, I would like to assign the 8 members of our board, each a pillar. and kind of dissect our NCP and our CMT in that way in order to make sure that nothing goes unnoticed. After dissecting each pillar and making sure that we are assessing all of our strengths and opportunities for growth, I would then collaborate with the rest of the team all together to make sure that we talk about everything that we have done, that we said that we did, or everything that we wanted to do, that we did it, and then making sure that we highlight all of the achievements and accomplishments that we had in order to get a high score and potentially win those awards.
Thank you.